Hello, on this segment today of Follow This Crop, we're going to talk about soil and the importance of soil in crop production and to our food supply. Have with me today Mr. Jason Ott, who is the Ag and Natural Resource County Extension Agent with Texas A&M AgriLife Extension in Nueces County. And Jason, can you give us an idea of how important soils are?
Sure. It's been said that in spite of all of man's technological advancements, we owe our existence to the 6-inch layer of topsoil we have and the fact that it rains.
Can you give us an idea of the difference between soil and dirt?
Sure. So soil is the upper layer of the Earth's surface where plants live. It contains minerals, nutrients, and living organisms and supports plant growth. Whereas dirt is basically what you would find on your floorboard of your pickup or your floor of your kitchen.
So Jason, can you give us an idea of the different soil types and kind of what makes these soil types what they are?
Sure. Soil type is dependent on the composition of different particle size within that soil. For example, we have extremely small particles, which are clay particles, and we have extremely large particles, which are our sand particles. And so the mix of our sand, silts, and clays is what determines our soil texture. Soil type and soil texture is extremely important in our production because the type of soil we have is going to determine the nutrient holding and water holding capacity of a soil. And so the more nutrients and water holding capacity that a soil has, the more of that's going to be stored and readily available for plant uptake through that plant root system.
So what are the actual functions of soil?
So the functions of soil are several. One is it provides a place for plants to establish and provides a structure and establishment for that plant to support growth. It provides water holding capacity so that that plant will have moisture available for it to uptake and grow. And it also provides nutrient holding capacity for that soil to be able to pull nutrients from the soil.
So you speak of nutrients, can you describe some of the nutrients and such that is in there for plants to use?
Sure. So there's 16 essential nutrients to plant growth. A lot of them are micronutrients, and then the macronutrients, some such as hydrogen and oxygen and carbon come from the air a lot of times, but then we also have other macronutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and then all the micronutrients that the plant is dependent on the soil to provide those. In order to maximize crop production, a lot of times farmers will find it beneficial to provide additional nutrients in the form of fertilizer to the plants so that they can increase yield. In Texas, a lot of times the most limiting factor as far as a nutrient is concerned on crop yield is going to be nitrogen. And so most of the time our farmers are going to apply some form of nitrogen to that crop in order to help with yield. And often, a lot of times, they'll see some degree of deficiency in phosphorus and perhaps some potassium deficiencies in that crop as well. And so those are the macronutrients where there's large amounts or large need for those nutrients to be applied to the soil for uptake by the plant.